Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today, I want to show you a very instructive game that my student and I played together against someone during a lesson. My student's name is Adam. He's very good at chess. He was good before COVID started. Then he took a break, but now he's back. His USCF is in the mid-1300s, but I suspect he's better. And we played a very nice game with a time control of 15 minutes and 10-second increment in the Caro Kann. So let's take a look. e4, c6, knight c3. The two knights Caro Kann. Black plays c5, which is the main move. Knight f3. Black has several responses. Black can push, black can take. Black can play bishop g4. Our opponent chooses the, bishop g4 might be the main line, but taking is fine. We took. Our opponent plays knight f6, which is a very good move. A common move, bishop f5, could lead to some very interesting lines, which I'll share with you. After bishop f5, we can play knight g3, attacking the bishop. If the bishop drops, we can play pawn h4, with the idea to play pawn h5 and trap the bishop. If black plays pawn h6, we play knight e5, with the idea of taking and damaging black pawns. If black drops back, we'll play queen h5, threatening mate. If black stops us, we don't have to move our queen. We can play bishop c4, threatening mate, in case if he takes, there is his checkmate. If he stops the checkmate, we drop the queen with the threat of knight takes pawn, and then queen takes here. So this is a nice line for white. And this evaluation makes zero sense. This is a lot more this is a lot more than 0.5, which is why I don't like chess.com, which is why we're going to take this whole world into Lichess. So let's do that. Let's open Lichess, because chess.com is stockfish is painfully ridiculous. Let me show you the same line. So e4, c6, knight c3, d5, knight f3 takes, bishop f5. As you can see, on the highest level, we still have almost 100 games. Knight g3, bishop g6, h4 with a threat of h5, h6, knight e5, he drops back, queen h5, g6, bishop c4, threatening mate e6, queen e2. Yeah, this is a lot closer to the truth. This is almost +2 for white. This is quite good. But our opponent does not fall for it. He plays knight f6. Knight f6 was considered to be somewhat inferior several decades ago because white can take and damage black pawns. But later on, it was figured out that black is absolutely okay here. So Adam and I actually did not take. We played queen e2. Okay, so first of all, if black plays knight d7 with the idea to defend the knight without the knight in case we take, this is just terrible because we can checkmate. Knight d7, checkmate in 1. Obviously, black is not going to do it. The point of this move is to take and have black take with this pawn, which is why the main move for black is to take us first. But our opponent played bishop f5, which allowed us to take the knight. Takes with the pawn, it's not so terrible. Black has some extra control of the center. He potentially has an open line in case we castle, but his pawn structure is damaged and castling this way is not great. Adam wanted to play d4, which, as you can see, is the second main move. We played d4, gain space. Opponent played e6 to allow the bishop to come out. The problem we have is the bishop cannot come out this way, so we played g3 with the idea to bring the bishop the other way. Opponent played queen c7, which seemingly makes sense. It improves the queen. In case of bishop f4, he can play bishop d6. So bishop f4 doesn't do too much. And he prepares to maybe play something like pawn c5 to challenge the center. We played bishop g2, continuing our plan to develop and castle. Opponent played knight d7 to develop and play c5. We castled. He played bishop d6, developing all his pieces. We played c4. The point of c4 is we gain space. This king is in the middle, so there could be ideas of d5. Also, in case black castles long, we can start to send pawns in the direction of the king, so it somewhat discourages black from castling. And here opponent played the logical move. He played pawn c5 to stop our advance. And here Adam and I came up with a very cool idea, which also happens to be the best move. And I'm going to pause and see if you can find it. And the move is a very cool positional idea, pawn b4. So what's the point of pawn b4? Well, our opponent took. Okay, if he doesn't take, we can start taking twice. If he plays b6, he opens the bishop. In the game, he took this way. If he takes this way, what happens? Well, we can start with this. Notice the pawn is pinned, so we're threatening to take. If the bishop runs away, we even have a move like knight b5. The queen needs to keep defending the bishop, but also notice the queen sort of needs to defend this, and black position is already starting to fall apart. In the game, black grabbed the free pawn. So why did we give up the b pawn? Well, we can play c5. We can, after the bishop moves, we can play bishop f4 with tempo. And for the price of the pawn, we can also play d5 soon. For the price of the pawn, we have a big lead in development. This king is still in the middle. This rook is not playing chess. So you see what happens. So c5, attacking the bishop. The bishop runs away. We develop with tempo. Our opponent play a move which is not very good. His king is in the middle. He should not play e5 because it opens up his king. But he played e5. And obviously we took. Just open up lines. He took. We took. The reason he went for this, he thought he takes here, which he does. He's still up a pawn, but the problem again is the king is in the middle. Castling this way, not very good. This line is open. Castling this way is scary. Otherwise, the rooks are not playing chess. Black is in big trouble. We simply take on b7 first. Adam's original idea was the rook cannot go here, it walks into the bishop. So there are tactics like this. But if the rook goes here, we can play knight c6 at some point, and the point is the rook is just trapped. At first we thought about doing this, but then we realized this move could also potentially threaten checkmate, and the bishop is pinned. Right now, the queen defends the bishop, so what did we play? We play rook c1, attacking the queen. The queen runs away, and now we played knight c6. Adam and I expected black to block with the bishop, because we're trying checkmate. Black did not and got mated, as you can see, queen b7, and we checkmated in one move. However, if black blocks, there is a very interesting line demonstrating how important it is to have a lead in development and how to take advantage of the open king. We can start with this. But we don't even have to. We can even play a move like bishop a6. What's the point? Well, black has to be very careful here. Let's give him another move. Let's say he plays h6. Here, already the queen is in trouble. We can play something like bishop e3. The problem for the queen is it cannot go here, 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 or here. If it goes here, it walks into the line of the rook. If he blocks, let's say knight c5, we can simply take. The point is he cannot take with the queen, obviously, because of the rook. He cannot take with the queen here, because we take the bishop. If he takes here, okay, we start by taking the rook. If he takes with the queen, this falls. If it takes with the king, this does not end well for the king. The king is in the middle, and white is still up in material. So very, very nice attack. It all starts with the move b4. If we don't find something like b4, black might get time to castle, and he would be okay. But b4 gives up a pawn, but for the price of that pawn, we get a big, big initiative. So this was a nice game. I'm actually very, very proud of this. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll be back soon. Thank you.